So now here is the weirdest news of all. No, this news is the news of all news for me personally. Sometimes when people hear a talk or things from this program, I say, boy, I'm out coming some, I'm out make up them things almost like I make them up. All right. Listen to me, man. Years ago, when them call it genetically modified things never so popular, we did I tell people about mad cow. I remember the first time we mentioned mad cow disease. People call me and ask, I will get them stupidness they from, about cow and mad, and them something there. And we hear about bird flu. I went to California how much years ago? I don't remember. Early 90s, I think, we were on a tour. And it's the same year them did shot the footballer. I think it's the Argentina footballer where they kick out goal accidentally kick out a thing in him own goal and them shot him right at the stadium they saw. But that news was a terrible news. But the next news when it strike me when media California is this rat where it have human ears. Where the man them play with the genes and connect a human ear to a rat. And them show you the picture of this thing and that me I said, no, them people are not easy. And then them did have what you call cloning of animals, where them are clone the rat them. Them thing they did them thing they never did broke out as major news in them days there. We come back to Jamaica, we mention it on the radio. Take all the insult them we want, take insult. You know, say, well, a foolishness we are talking about, this, that. Now we see them have cloning all in the movies now. We see cloning as people know say them are clone this now. They know them go to genetically modified food. The thing with genetically modified food is that you can't, the genetically modified corn, you can't take the corn grain and plant it again and get corn, you know. So genetically modified food is something that is established now. We have it enough at Jamaica. And it have come from America. But guess what now? The difference between Europe and America, the major countries them in Europe, if the food is genetically modified, you have to put it on the label. That means when you go to a supermarket in a certain place in Germany and all them places, you know, and you say, you take up all a pack of corn, it dep on the label, genetically modified, so you must know if you want to buy it or you don't want to buy it. The problem with America is that America have no such law that say you have to put that on the label. Plus now, third world country, because their farmers are subsidized by the government. The food that the farmers in America send to countries like our country is a lot of genetically modified food. And we can't know because it's not right on the label and it's cheaper than the food where we are selling ourselves, where we plan for ourselves. We go to market and buy foreign food because it's cheaper than the local food. Because the American farmer is subsidized. I mean, today when I look upon the television, I hear the man say, America spend $1 trillion in a march. 8 times what them bring in. 8 times what them bring in, you know. Meaning say, if you think say Jamaica ain't a problem, you know. If you think say Jamaica ain't a problem, America, them a plan for lock down the government this weekend, you know. Yes, them a plan for lock down the government this weekend. The American government a plan to get locked down this weekend. And $1 trillion, this country, in a March alone, last month alone, America spent $1 trillion. This, and them says 8 times what the country bring in. In other words, them output, them input is less than them output. And them input is 8 times less than them output. So the farmer them get this subsidy. And the farmer them realize them have the big suppliers like Jamaica, foreign food. So the more them pump up the food is the more the food grow, bigger the food, fatter the food is. People don't like say food where look mager. You know, people don't like the cabbage where have like a wormhole in it, or like a callaloo hole in it, or like a hole in the callaloo. Them want to see the leaf. Man, me go in a man farm the other day. Me go in a man farm. Me go in a man farm the other day, the Rasta. I want me look on the man cabbage, you know. The man cabbage look like he make the cabbage them and put them there, you know. The way the cabbage them just big and just fluffy, pan the wrong, you know. Me I say, wow. What them saying them use what? Some 2020 something. We say them cabbage there. But you see, when you take them cabbage, you know, wash them off and put them on the shelf in the supermarket, you know. Everybody will come then and that cabbage them want, you know. Because the little cabbage around the corner, you know, with some little hole in there. Nobody no want a cabbage there, you know. Let me tell you something, you know, man. If worm I eat the cabbage, something like the cabbage where you want, you know. I down at Spanish Town Road there, so the big shelf full of pure genetically modified seed. And the little shelf there with the little Jamaican seed. Nobody now go over the Jamaican seed, them go buy no seed again, you know. They might go over the big tin them with genetically modified. When you look on the things them, you say, yes, that you want. So, you saw, let me take for come for the story. The genetically modified thing is what is leaking now. But listen to this news now. Listen to this news, you know. Scientists have created a genetically modified cattle. I want the people them listen to this, you know, because this I don't know easy story for sucking. I mean, like when me hear, you know, me say, no, this serious. Scientists have created a genetically modified cattle that produce human milk in a bid to make cow's milk more nutritious. You talk about evil. You talk about evil, Rasta. That this is evil, you know. The man them sit down. After them genetically modify the cow. Them now making the genetically modified cow produce human milk in a bid to make cow's milk more nutritious. In other words, them not tell the mothers they must give them breast milk, you know, because the breast milk is best, you know. Them I realize, you know, the woman them, the way them set up the society, the woman them now have no time for breastfeed, no milk, breastfeed, no picnic. And furthermore, them no want them breast hang down. Like some tribes woman with them see in Africa, them say, Lord God, look on the woman breast where it just hang down, so it's a flap on her belly. Them want the breast push out in front of them boobs. That's when them look down so they can't see them foot. Because the breast in front of them face. This scientist them now is going to alleviate the problem for your children, for your young children them, by allowing you to get breast milk from the cow. Human breast milk from the cow. They have successfully introduced human genes into 300 dairy cows to produce milk with the same properties as human breast milk. Human milk contains high qualities of key nutrients that can help to boost the immune system of babies. Now, if we know all of them things there, that human breast milk, mother's breast milk, help to boost the immune system, why we make the people them put in a position where we can't feed with picnic with our breasts? Why we in a position now where mothers have no time to breastfeed their children? They have to give them something. Watch a man. When my first youth born, and we are give the picnic, the breast milk. I mean, till about 4-year-old, she get the breast milk, and then we start to, we have breast milk, and we can't go to the doctor. The woman said, why we not give the picnic? With them, they have them thing and name some lactogen or something in a tin. And we are saying, why? Why you can't feed the baby? Them set up the system in such a way, that a young mother don't have no time for breastfeed her picnic because she have to go to work. She have to go to work and she have to leave the picnic at the yard with the helper. So she have to have all of these tin things in the fridge. So, them come to that now and say, well, in order to alleviate that problem, we're going to do now. We're going to splice genes now. We're going to make the cow them produce the female breast milk and then give the picnic. Now, me don't know what man say that, but you say to me now, that is the eyes of evil. You talk about Dracula and all them things there, and the walking and living there. These are the eyes of evil. When human beings sit down, just like how me see the rat of human ears. Me I say, what the hell a man want to put a human ears on a rat for? To figure out the hearing capability of humans for animals. Anyway, human milk contains high quantities of key nutrients that can help to boost the immune system of babies and reduce the risk of infections, report the journal Public Library of Science 1. The scientists behind the research believe milk from herds of genetically modified, and this is not even, Bridget and sister, it's not even ordinary cow them, It's not normal cow like what we say, a country in a Jamaica, It's genetically modified cows. I wonder if you understand where I'm going. It's not real cow, it's genetically modified cows. The scientists behind the research believe milk from herds of genetically modified cows could provide an alternative to human breast milk and formula milk for babies, which is often criticized as being an inferior substitute, according to the Telegram. So them going to have buying this genetically modified breast milk from cow at a money and tell you, say, since you can't give your baby the breast and since you don't want your breast floppy, see we provide the alternative. Because them all say cow's milk inferior for the baby. So now we are going to make it not be inferior now. We are going to put the breast milk, in the human breast milk, in the cow, the genetically modified cow. But Professor Ning Lee, this sound like a Chinaman, Professor Ling Lee, the scientist who led the research and director of the State Key Laboratories for Agrobiotechnology of the China Agricultural University, insisted that the genetically modified milk would be as safe to drink as milk from ordinary dairy cows. Really? Really? Me not expect them to say it now go safe. And them a do the laboratory tests. Them insist that the genetically modified milk would be as safe to drink as milk from ordinary dairy cows. One of the people them understand where I'm going. Them now go give you milk, breast milk from human breast milk from ordinary dairy cow, Them a give you human breast milk from genetically modified cows. He said, the milk tastes stronger than normal milk. Quote, we aim to commercialize some research in this area in the coming 3 years for the human's cup. Today is what? Like I said now, today is the 6th of April. Just like the cloning, 10 years. You know, I give you 10 years, 10 years, 10 years. See there? Them said 10 years or maybe more. More time will be required to finally pour this enhanced milk into the consumer's cup. Trust me, man, when you talk about evil, Rasta, me not like talk about evil, you know, but evil is this to me. Me don't know if you're next man, you know, but this to me is evil. All right. China is now leading the way in research on genetically modified food. China is now leading the way. You hear that? China again, you know. China is now the superpower, you know. Yes, China is now the superpower because if America can spend $1 trillion in a month, 8 times more than what them are bringing in, and them owe China almost trillions of dollars. I tell you. And everything we you see in America now, Broadway, 42nd Street, everywhere, made in China. China is now leading the way in research on genetically modified food, and the rules and the technology are more relaxed than those in place in Europe. See, that me just tell you. So in Europe, it's a total different scenario in Europe. You know, see it. Germany, especially Germany and Switzerland, them place there, a whole heap of them people, they're not into the genetically modified thing, they don't want it to come to them country, they're not really interested in it. And if it come in there, since them can't stop it, you have to label it. But China is leading the way in research on genetically modified food, and the rules and the technology are more relaxed than those in places in Europe. The researchers use cloning technology. See that now? The researchers use cloning technology to introduce human genes into the DNA of Holstein dairy cows before the genetically modified embryos were implanted into the surrogate cows. Let me tell you how them do it. The researchers use cloning technology to introduce human genes into the DNA of Holstein dairy cows before the genetically modified embryos were implanted into the surrogate cows. Researchers said they were able to create cows that produce milk containing a human protein called lysozyme. 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 Researchers said they were able to create cows that produce milk containing a human protein called lysozyme. Lysozyme is an antimicrobial protein naturally found in large quantities in human breast milk. It helps to protect infants from bacterial infections during their early days of life. And now we see mothers no want to give them picnic breast milk. They created cows. Okay. You see, you think it's only God to do these things. They created cows that produce another protein from human milk called lactoferrin, which helps to boost the number of immune cells in babies. A third human milk protein called alpha-lactalbumin was also produced by the cows. These are the cows that these people create. It's them trying to duplicate what runs naturally in female breasts. Genetically modified cows produce human breast milk. What an article. Now, remember that you hear this thing here. Remember, we want the people to remember, so you did hear this, that human breast milk is being produced, not on the market yet, just like many other things we have not put on the market yet, by genetically modified cows, not even real cows. You really believe, say, a lot of them food where we get from foreign, them ham, them ham we are talking about, them chicken, and them all sort of things that we gravitate towards. You really believe that them things is real things? If you believe that them things is real, you're living in another zone. May I tell you? You're living in a next zone. If you really believe, say, these things what these people doing are creating is real. This is the cutting edge.